away then Invincible Warrior. Prize Catch tramping deep around the field as they come down the side of the course. They're followed wider still by Rotana Beach coming away from the fence. Jupiter Rising when the field started to bunch up now. And then On Trend parading back there. Young Gina second last at the top of the straight with Platypus. Balancing up at the 350s. DeAndy's headed Crypto Kid. Behind those Invincible Warrior. Rotana Beach down the outside. He got caught up in a bit of traffic on Atlanta Blue. Now gets going on the fence. Rotana Beach comes at DeAndy's, parading further back, runs on now with Platypus. On the outside, Rotana Beach, Atlanta Blue driving with parading. They split the line, tight go. Rotana Beach, I think, could have just held on. Possibly. It's a bobbing finish. Rotana Beach, I thought, had won at a nose. Parading Atlanta Blue, a breath away on the rail. On Trend, Platypus, DeAndy's right behind those. Jupiter Rising near the fence, then Invincible Warrior, followed further back on the outside by Young Gina. Never really got into the race. Prize Catch tramped deep and weakened, and so did the pacemaker Crypto Kid. Rotana Beach at big odds, parading, closing down the margin. Had momentum. Rotana Beach, Chris Parnham in the saddle, clinging on desperately and will just hold on. At the big odds, got out to $71 on track. Rotana Beach, 41 to 71, pays 52 the tote. Number 11 in a pretty big upset. That's an understatement. Beach parading, Atlanta Blue, looked a bit stiff. Always had the lovely run behind them, but then couldn't get clear when he wanted to and got caught up behind Crypto Kid. Rode a bump from Jupiter Rising, finished up getting back inside the heels of DeAndy's to make ground, but the eventual winner had the momentum, and so did the runner-up parading down the middle. Young Gina was under heavy pressure back in the field, didn't do a lot on Trend, finishing on just behind them, not far away at all. But 11 has got the photo result. 11 Rotana Beach, Northern Meteor mare, owned by Santo Waliado, trained by Neville Parnham and ridden by Chris Parnham. 52 for the win, 11.20 a place. 4 parading second by Patronise out of Blue Nonna, trained by David Harrison, ridden by Joe Azzopardi, $3.40. And Atlanta Blue, who looked luckless, by Cardinal Virtue from Nikita Blue, and trained by Jason Pateman, ridden by Mitchell Pateman, will pay $1.80. Invincible Warrior dropped off. He felt the pinch over the last 200 metres. Rotana Beach back in the ruck, coming down the outside, and at the long odds, gets home with Chris Parnham aboard. Scored by about a short half head on the line in a tight finish with parading, who certainly ran to its good rating first up when it won. Got onto the wrong part of the track second up, but today more of the ability that we know of parading. A short half head, a half a length other margins, and the time is 1:12.69, so they've ran the sectional in 35.25 there after the James Bogues Premium Handicap. Next of the day, the Heineken Handicap at 3:17, and this gets the quadrilla underway without any changes in the fifth. 3:275 will go Pinzu, Like It a Lot today, from Just Magical, Our Finest Moment, and My Greek Boy. That's for race 5 back at Belmont Park. So a boil-over result here after the running of race number 4 as we head back now to the scales as Chris Parnham weighs in after getting home Rotana Beach to a narrow victory.
Yeah, thanks for that, Darren. Well, the key here were the earmuffs. Winks like last start, resented the fact that it didn't have them. Had them today. Chris turned the horse around.
Didn't really have a lovely run in transit. I was sort of 3 wide with cover, but then she wasn't really travelling that well, maybe with the earmuffs on. She was a little bit too relaxed early, and I couldn't quite get onto the back of Randy Tan, and the eventual horse that ran second pushed me out, and I made a 4 wide run around him, and to do what she did, I thought was a really good effort. And I was probably a sitting duck really. I got there too soon, but yeah, she really turned her form around today, and she was a good effort.
Did you sense there was a bit of tightening back nearer the inside as Crypto Kid started to come back on the inside, and horses like Atlanta Blue and Jupiter Rising from your stable getting held up?
Not really. I heard a bit of calling back to the inside, so you know, that could have been a result of that. But yeah, I suppose maybe I haven't looked at the replay, but maybe the 4 wide run was a place to be, but didn't really feel like it at the time. But it was a good win anyway.
Came up trumps. Well done, Chris.
Thanks, Richie.
Chris Parnham, and a win with Rotana Beach today.